First, they came for trans people, and I did not speak out because I was not a trans person. Then, they came for undocumented immigrants, and I did not speak out because I was not an undocumented immigrant. Then, they came for the prosecutors, and I did not speak out because I was not a prosecutor. Then, they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Welcome to the No Spin Zone. Graph's Grievances starts right now. In the late 1920s and early 1930s, Martin Niemöller, a prominent Lutheran pastor in Germany, found himself sympathetic to many of the ideas that would soon shape the Nazi Party. He believed that the reparations, democracy, and foreign influence imposed on Germany after World War I had weakened the country greatly. In his view, the only way to restore Germany's former greatness was for a strong leader to rise, promote national unity, and restore national honor. As Adolf Hitler and the National Socialist Party began gaining prominence with nationalist rhetoric and the promise of renewing Christian ethics in Germany, Niemöller lent his support, voting for the Nazis in 1924. But despite his early backing, it would take several more years for the Nazis to gain significant political traction. Their breakthrough came in September 1930, when they won 18% of the vote in the national parliamentary elections. From there, it was off to the races for the Nazis. By January 1933, Hitler had been appointed Chancellor of Germany. At that point, Germany's democratic constitution was still intact. But the Nazis wasted no time in manipulating the bureaucracy, undermining existing laws, and dismantling the democratic system, turning Germany into a dictatorship. In August 1934, Hitler proclaimed himself Führer, or the supreme leader of Germany. And this is where Niemöller's story takes a turn. Initially, he supported Hitler's consolidation of power, but that support would fade as Hitler's regime began imposing racial policies that extended to the church, barring non-Aryans from ministry and leadership roles. Niemöller began to speak out against Hitler's interference in church governance. His resistance led to repeated arrests, eventually resulting in his imprisonment and transfer to a concentration camp, where he would spend the last 8 years of Nazi rule. After being freed by the U.S. in 1945, Niemöller embarked on a global speaking tour, preaching collective guilt for the atrocities of Nazi persecution, famously explaining, quote, "First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me." This powerful reflection on his own culpability and the danger of passive acceptance is one of history's most enduring warnings, and it's disturbingly relevant today. I opened Grievances with a version of Niemöller's quote, not just to reflect on the past, but highlight how history cycles repeat themselves. Take Elon Musk. Last week, Steve Bannon, former chief strategist to Donald Trump, called Musk a, quote, parasitic illegal immigrant. Bannon escalated his feud with Musk by accusing Musk of, quote, imposing his freak experiments on America, with no regard for its values or traditions. Now, you might not have any sympathy for Musk, especially given his unconstitutional gutting of government spending and the laying off of federal workers. But Bannon's attack on Musk isn't just personal, it's political. It reveals a pattern. Once Trump is done using Musk, or if Musk crosses him in any way, Trump won't hesitate to turn on him. Musk will be discarded and ruthlessly targeted just like anyone else who becomes inconvenient to Trump or his agenda. This isn't just about Musk, it's about how easily even the wealthiest, most powerful individuals can fall victim to a system that sees no one as safe. If someone like Musk can be turned into an enemy of the state, imagine what's in store for you when the same forces come for you. So, as the attacks continue to mount on anyone deemed other, trans people, immigrants, journalists, prosecutors, remember no one is immune from Trump's wrath. The same machinery that's targeting these groups today will soon be pointed at you, just as Niemöller learned the hard way in Germany. The question is, will you speak out now or wait until there's no one left to speak for you? That is the danger we face when we stay silent. Thank you for watching Graf's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, share, and join me tomorrow for more.